next week, the Orioles will make history as being the first pro sports team to ever wear jerseys with Braille lettering, and it's all part of the team celebration of the 40th anniversary of the National Federation of the Blind moving to Baltimore. And President of the NFB, Mark Riccobono, is joining us live in the studio with more. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, you're welcome. Thanks for coming in. And how exciting is this that they're doing a Braille jersey?
Oh, it's really outstanding that the Baltimore Orioles have number one, chosen to acknowledge the fact that the National Federation of the Blind has made our national headquarters here in Baltimore starting in 1978, but secondly, to really step out and be the first professional sports team to put Braille on their jerseys as an acknowledgement that Braille really is the means for reading and writing and literacy for blind people.
Well, and that's why this is so important. You're really trying to get that message out there. And these jerseys will be auctioned off, is that right?
That is true. All the jerseys will be authenticated and auctioned off to benefit the Braille literacy programs of the National Federation of the Blind, starting shortly after the game for, I think, about a week.
Tell me about these programs that you offer.
Well, the National Federation of the Blind does a number of things to promote Braille literacy. First of all, we train and certify people to be Braille transcribers, right? So you can actually get a job either teaching Braille or transcribing printed materials into Braille. We also provide Braille instruction to blind children across the country in more than 40 locations during the summer, including here in Maryland, but in other states. We provide 2 weeks of intensive Braille instruction through our Bell Academy, Braille Enrichment for Literacy and Learning, and then we actually help to produce and get free Braille books to blind kids, because of course when you have a book that's your own, that you own, which is sometimes difficult in Braille, it has a lot more value to you.
I can imagine that you can't find a Braille book just anywhere, is that right?
That is true. There's more available than there were a decade or better ago, but again, getting that popular book and having it on your bookshelf where it's not something you have to return is really powerful.
And just real quickly, I didn't realize you could get a job teaching Braille if you've never been able to read Braille before. So how do you go about teaching someone how to read Braille?
Well, there are programs to teach people how to be Braille instructors or teachers of blind students. Again, there's also jobs out there. We do the training and certification to teach people the Braille code and how to transcribe, how to use technology tools, especially today, to transcribe printed materials into Braille.
So if someone were interested in finding out more about the National Federation of the Blind, where should they go?
They should go to nfb.org. That's our main website, and you can drill down into all sorts of information about Braille and the capacity of blind people.
And how cool, the first 15,000 fans to this Tuesday game will receive Braille alphabet cards. So that's pretty awesome too. All right, thank you so much, Mark, for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. My pleasure.